Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Crypto Insider channel. We are coming at you from Austin, Texas. It is a beautiful Sunday morning, and it actually is Sunday today. Yesterday I said Sunday morning, and it was actually Saturday, and everybody felt the need to point out that mistake in the comments section. Aren't you all great? No, I make these videos sometimes right when I wake up, and I can still be under the fog of sleep occasionally. But that's all right. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate all the likes and subscribes. It helps boost us in the YouTube algorithm search results, and it helps other people searching for XRP news to find us. If YouTube sees a bunch of people liking the video, they're more likely to recommend it to someone else. Um, Speaking of likes and subscribes, we had another great day for subscribers. 80 subscribers yesterday. You set off the harp again. Oh my God, amazing. Disclaimer, I am not a certified financial planner, registered investment advisor, tax accountant, or broker, and I am not selling you any investment products. So the first thing you see on your screen today is, of course, the Twitter confirmation of our donation to charity for yesterday's batch of subscribers. We're going to move from that right into XRP price right now. It's looking nice. 24-hour change is 2.66%. I don't think I have it on the week right now. That's okay. It looks like we got a little bump. At least we're not sideways, and 0.1972 is the highest we've seen in a while. If you remember, over the past week, we were struggling with that 19-cent mark. It looks like we've cleared that, at least for now, and I don't know whether it's still leftover Iran fear or if we've rounded the bottom. And that's, what I was saying in my earlier videos a week or two ago. It's so hard to find the bottom. And we talked about yesterday somebody predicting it could be as low as 6 cents, and it's just the way it goes. Nobody can predict the bottom, nobody can predict the top. We can only predict that the price will change. And if we could, it wouldn't be investing. We wouldn't make any money if everybody could predict the outcome. Um, so what do we want to talk about? Oh, Iran fear. I had a question, a comment on the video if that was going to continue that trend of sort of fear flushing fiat into different assets like gold and Bitcoin and digital assets. If that trend was going to continue, honestly, I don't know. It depends on the level of retaliation by Iran and how much that kicks up fear into people. They will retaliate for the airstrikes. Absolutely. I saw they already defaced a website. Admiral Mullen is saying, and I don't have an article up, I'm just telling you what I read somewhere, is saying that he does, since Iran doesn't have a huge capability to hit us, in the mainland, he thinks what we're going to see are things like cyber attacks and maybe a terrorist attack here or there. They'll do something to an embassy. The usual sort of garbage that Iran does. So, one thing I wanted to talk to today, because it's going to flow nicely into an article that we have, is capitulation. And I've said the term before on here, and I think I've explained what it is before, but we're going to go to the actual Investopedia definition by James Chen. This is from May 7th, 2019, but that's okay because the definition of capitulation has not changed. Capitulation is when investors give up any previous gains in any security or market by selling their positions during periods of declines. So, capitulation is dumping in crypto speak. Capitulation can happen at any time, but typically happens during high volume trading and extended declines for securities. A market correction or bear market often leads investors to capitulate or panic sell. The term is derived from a military term which refers to surrender. You do not want to be a capitulator. You'd much rather be a hodler than a capitulator because I can tell you there is no worse feeling than dumping your bag at 18 or 0.185 cents and then in 6 months it's 75 cents. Um, Me personally, and I'm just speaking personally because it's not investment advice. Me personally, I'd rather go down with the ship at 18 cents. I would honestly rather go down with the ship than have it right itself, and end up losing out on on a huge potential gain. So the smart way for some people, for a lot of people, to get into XRP is to buy a little bit. Maybe every Friday they're buying, they get their paycheck, they buy $20 worth of XRP. If they have it, sometimes they skip. It's not an exact science anywhere, but they keep putting in just little bits because what that's doing when you're in a period of downward resistance, descending resistance, is each time you spend that $20, you're buying more XRP than you did the last time at a lower price. Um, so it's bringing your cost of the asset down to a manageable level, and a lot of people are doing that. But talking about capitulation, dumping and running, basically, I want to go into this next story from News BTC. Data suggests investors are giving up on XRP. Could this fuel a parabolic rally? Yes, it absolutely could. XRP by Cole Peterson 21 hours ago, so we're probably one of the first YouTubers to come out with this story, but XRP was one of 2019's biggest losers, posting sizable year-to-date losses in spite of the massive gains incurred by Bitcoin and some other major altcoins. This poor price action was largely stemmed from controversy surrounding the token's close ties to fintech company Ripple. I don't know that that's the case. XRP stuck beneath 20 cents as investors flee the cryptocurrency. Uh, at the time of writing, XRP is trading down just under 1% at the current price of 19 cents, posting a slight climb from its recent lows of 0.186 that were set just over a day ago. Investors who watch their XRP holdings consistently decline in value throughout 2019 appear to be losing faith in the crypto, which is emblematic while looking at the major decline in active wallet addresses the crypto has experienced of late. Okay. Appear to be losing faith in the crypto. So, Luke Martin, a popular cryptocurrency analyst on Twitter, spoke about this in a recent tweet, noting that there is a direct correlation between active address growth and price action. The four major coins with declines in active addresses for 2019 all had negative performances for the year: Ethereum, XRP, XLM, and ZEC. The best performers were Bitcoin, Tezos, and Link. And then this is an interesting statistic. I guess the theory is that the more wallet addresses created, the more buzz there is around a coin because people are signing up to buy it, to trade it. That the better the growth is going to be, and that's not a bad metric. I like that metric. Okay. This is the fun part of this article. Massive decline in investor sentiment may fuel a rally. Although dwindling hope amongst XRP investors appears to be overtly bearish, it is imperative to note that extremely negative sentiment is often viewed as a counter indicator that precedes major trend shifts. Another popular cryptocurrency analyst explained in a recent tweet that the macro price action looks quite bearish, but that many altcoins, including XRP, will only be able to form long-term bottoms when investors throw in the towel. I am how XRP trades against both Bitcoin and USD in the near term will likely continue to be bearish, but another bout of capitulation, there's our word, could be just what is needed for the crypto to form a long-term bottom and begin another parabolic ascent. So basically, what happens when everybody starts throwing all their XRP in the water is they start to attract the attention of whales. They're chumming. Whales are happy to buy your fear, to buy your loss, to buy your emotional angst, and to buy your paranoia, whatever they can to get their food cheap. They're happy to do it. And the more they buy at the low, the more they can try to manipulate the price at the high. So That's why a lot of people are into hodling. Galgatron has a blog, and he talks very much about whale activity or possible whale activity. Some people don't believe that all these scenarios exist and are happening. Some do. It's a very interesting read, though. If you search Galgatron and whales, you'll probably find it. It's a pretty long read, but it's very good. Um, So don't feed the whales, in other words. If you don't have to. I mean, obviously, if some major event occurs and you want to cash out what you have to for a health reason or, an emergency and you have to, you have to. But at this point, with a drop, I think being 99% or 95%, uh, you know, I wouldn't. I would just go down with the ship. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the liquidity index. I think was the all-time high 1031? Let's see, I've got it up over here. Oh, okay. All-time high is 10,189, 161. Current index 9.223. So the reason I wanted to point this out is the ODL growth is still on or the liquidity index for the BITSO to the Mexican quarter, XRP to Mexico, is still growing. We're about 60% through the day. We're somewhere up in here. So people are using the product. There's a parabolic. I don't want to say parabolic here. I want to say there's a strong indicator that the product's being used, it's being liked, the corridor is being used, and this pretty much repeats for every corridor. I haven't seen any that are descending or have gone down. Here's Coins PH from the liquidity bot. So we did have a spike and we did go down a little bit. Now it looks like we're on our way back up there. I don't know if there were holidays or something in here that caused a little bit of a decline, but it looks like it's on its way back up. But look where it was here. I mean, even the dip that we had here is nothing like this over here on the left. So again, the product's being used. I think we're going to see more adoption. Hopefully, Ripple can get some more corridors opened, and we can start to see money flow around the planet a lot faster than it is now, and people start using that ODL solution, because that's one of the big keys to price action, in my opinion, is financial institutions competing for XRP on the open exchanges. Remember, over-the-counter sales are largely suspended. I think Ripple still might do some for clients that they're onboarding to get them up and running, but I don't think that people like MoneyGram are able to go back to or to Ripple now and say, "Hey, we'd like to buy some XRP on the cheap. Can you sell it to us for 9 cents?" I don't think that's happening. If anybody has any different knowledge, please let me know in the comments there. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow.